again, welcome to our session for the Malaysia E-invoice briefing today. So we are going to share with you some crucial contents that is mentioned in the guidelines, and also what are we going to help you on the e-invoice submission, and also what you will need to do. Okay, and this will be my background. Okay, this is the way. So I think most of the time you hear only my voice but not looking at my face. So this is me, the way here. All right. So and this will be the summary of the topics what we have gone through just now. We will be just introducing what is the content in the e-invoice guideline that we found, and also what do we offer in your system, and what you will need to prepare before we start for the next training. Okay, so before we start, let me just off my camera first so that I can share the screen properly. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, first we have the e-invoice launch dates. We have basically 4 batches, which the last batches is announced recently. So I think most of our attendees are on the 3rd batch, which will be starting from July this year, and the turnover or the revenue is between 500,000 to 25 million. Okay, so please make sure you know that which batch you are in, yeah? Alright, next. For the e-invoice module, okay, why we will need this e-invoice? Okay, basically it will be like to prove your income and also to prove your expenses and submit to the government. Okay, this is the idea of the e-invoice, to ensure that all the taxpayer document is being declared. Okay, and next, okay, according to the guideline, there are some source of the revenue and some source of the revenue could be exempted from the e-invoice. For example, if you are the king or the queen for the state, for the country, you are exempted from that. Okay, and the other income for the or the expenses could be exempted are the employment income, the pension, emilimari, zakat, or your scholarship. Okay, all this information could be found in the guidelines, which we have also mentioned in the bottom left of this slide. We will be sharing with you this slide later, so no worries. Okay, we have stated that on which page, on which section that you could find all this information. Alright. Okay, next. Okay, for the transaction types that required for the e-invoice, it will be including the B2B, B2C, and B2G. Okay, the e-invoice applies to all of the taxpayer undertaking the commercial activities. Okay, all individuals and legal entities are required to declare your e-invoice. All right, including all those listed sections. Okay, no matter you are the business trust or corporations or partnership or the unit trust, you are required to declare your e-invoice. Okay. Right. So for some of the industry, they are not allowed to have the consolidation of the e-invoice. Okay, what are the industry? So these are the industries that is not allowed. Okay, for the automotive, it is the sales of any motor vehicles. Okay, for aviation, it is the sales for the flight tickets or the private charter. Okay, then the luxury goods, the constructions, and also for the wholesaler or retailer for the construction material. Okay, so if you are selling some hardware and you are not allowed to do the consolidation, yeah, please take note on that. and also for the license betting, gaming, and the payment to the agents or the distributors. Okay, so all these industries are not allowed to have the consolidation of the e-invoice. Okay, all this information you could find in the guideline as well. Okay. Right, so how is this e-invoice is work between you and your customer, or between you as a buyer and your vendor? Okay, this is basically how it works. Alright, first thing you will need to, not you, the seller is required to issue the e-invoice, okay, and get the validation of the e-invoice. Okay, after it was being validated, you will get a notice for that. Okay, so you will need to share this e-invoice information with your client, with your client. And if there is any rejection or cancellation, it will be required to done on the portal, the MyInvoice portal, the government portal. Okay, so it will be basically the seller to share the information with the buyer. Okay. Okay, so next, these are the approaches that the government provided. Okay, first, it will be from the MyInvoice portal, which we mentioned in the workflow just now. And this is hosted by the government, and it will be accessible from for all the taxpayer. And this is no cost because this is provided by the government, but you will need to upload manually. Okay, the other approaches that the government provide is using the API. Okay, which this will be the linkage between your NAV, your BC, to the government portal. Okay, and that's why it will require upfront investment on the linkage. Right, and if your company is having a very huge or very large transaction volumes, this will be helping you a lot instead of just use the government portal to upload manually. All right. Okay, so this will be the data flow between the your system and to the portal using API. Okay, so firstly, okay, we are look at the option B. Yes, the option B is for the API access, which we will be it will be like it will be what we offer for your system. Okay, for the submission. Okay, so it will be creating a document, then submit to the IRBM cloud to get the validation done. So IRBM cloud will be passing back to the suppliers, telling you that your e-invoice is being approved. Okay, is being accepted, validated. So you as a supplier will be required to share with your buyer for this information. Okay, and if the buyer is requesting for the rejection, it will be flowing back to you, and you will need to request the IRBM cloud will be informing you that you have a request for the rejection. Okay, so the IRBM cloud will be also telling you that you will need to have the cancellation notification. Okay, then only it will be storing to the IRBM database. Okay, basically what you can tell is that the IRBM cloud is just the, how should I say, it's just the platform that for you to get it approved or get it rejected. Okay, the final result will be stored in the IRBM database. Okay, so this is basically how the data flows. And we have the types of e-invoice that the government is required you to submit to declare. Okay, there are 4 types basically. The first type will be the invoice. Okay, the definition of the invoice will be a commercial document that itemizes and records the transaction. Okay, for credit memo as well, it will be used for correcting the errors on the invoice or being granted any discounts or returns from your customer, okay, or you as a customer. Okay, next it will be debit notes. So it will be using to record the additional charges. Next, it will be the refund note. Okay, the refund note here is something similar to credit memo, but it related to money returns. Okay, so we will be having a fields for you to find whether this is the normal credit note or this is the refund note. Okay, we will be sharing with you later. Okay, this is for the sales side. Then for the purchase side, we will require to have some self-bill invoice on behalf of our vendors. Okay, on what scenario it will be required. Okay, first, if you have any payment to your dealers, to your agents, you will need to submit the e-invoice self-bill on behalf of them. Okay, next, if you are purchasing anything from your foreign vendor, and you will require to submit on behalf of them as well. Okay, if you have any dividend received that you have any dividend distribution, you will need to pay to the recipients. Then you will need to submit the e-invoice on behalf of them as well. Okay, if you have any e-commerce, you will need to submit on behalf of them as well. Okay, next, this is something similar to the dividend, but this is for the betting or the gaming winners. Okay, you will need to submit on behalf of them as well. Alright, then the last one will be the individual taxpayer providing goods or service. So you will need to submit on behalf of them as well. Okay, all this information are summarized from the guideline. So if you would like to have the details of each types of the transaction, you can refer to the guideline as well on the page 63. Okay, next. Okay, there are some requirements for the submission of the e-invoice, which the government portals only accept XML and also JSON file. They are rejecting all those data that is uploaded with PDF, document, JPG, or something else, anything else. Okay, they will only accept for XML and JSON. Okay, so for the submission, we will use for BC and 2018 and above, it will be XML. Alright, okay, so this will be the sample documents that we have. Okay, we have actually the QR code on the document, which this is the minimum requirement from the government, which it can be found on the FAQ section. Okay, and of course, if you would like to have this QR code in your own report layout, yes, we can make it also. Okay, we will talk about that later. And similarly, for the purchase self-bill, it will require for the QR code as well. Right. Okay, so we have briefed the ideas and the requirement for the government. From the government. So in order to fit the requirement, what are the fields that we are going to provide in our system? Okay, so the fields here is basically on the MasterCard, which will be your company setup, and also on your vendor card, and also on your customer card. Okay, so the fields highlighted in blue are available for the clients who have already the SST or MyGST add-in from us. Okay, so basically the common part will be the TIN number. Okay, this is the TIN number for your own company, and this is the TIN number for your vendor, and this will be the TIN number from your customer. Okay, so the TIN number is very important here, and the digital cert validity date. This is not being enforced now, so we will just skip this part. And the e-invoice version, okay, so this is the one-time setup. No need to worry too much. Yeah, and this will be the 50 overviews that is required from the government. Okay, we have basically added these fields on the related pages, so you can just follow our steps to complete all this setup in the later in the training later. Okay, so basically it will be having the general theme, okay, which the theme is used for public and foreign buyer, also foreign supplier. It will basically start with EI, then 9 zeros that end with 10, 20, and 30. We have now another one for 40, if not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so the for end with 10, it will be basically the buyer's TIN number that who is unable to provide their own TIN number. Okay, yeah, so we can just use this 10 as the general TIN for them. For example, if you have the cash customer that who is unable to provide their own TIN number, then you can use this number 10. Okay, next for 20, it will be the foreign buyer. If you have any foreign customer, you can just use this TIN for them. Okay, for 30, it is similar to 20, but this is for the foreign vendor. Okay, if you are buying something from the overseas and they don't have their TIN number, so you can use 30. And the 40, it will be the government code. I have not yet insert into this slide, but there is 40 out there. Okay, so this will be the general TIN available and agreed by the government. So please make sure that you know your customer TIN number and assign it accordingly on the customer card later on. Next, when we are talking about the foreign customer and also the foreign vendor, it might be related to the exchange rate, the forex. Okay, so basically the forex, the exchange rate used to the for the submission, it will be following the exchange rate on the document itself. Okay, if the document itself is not stated any exchange rate, it shall be follow the bank negara rate. Okay, so for more information, you can refer to the guideline also. Okay, there will be quite detailed scenario there, so you can refer to that. Okay, next, this is the most important part of today's sharing session, which will be the e-invoice package. What do we offer to you to get this e-invoice submission done? Alright, so basically we have multiple versions of the NAV and also for the BC. Okay, so for NAV 2017 and below, we will be using the connector. Okay, this connector will be acting as the bridge to talk to the portal and to your NAV. Okay, 31A and above, we will be using the API function. Okay, the API will also act as a bridge to talk to you, to talk to the NAV and also to the government portal. Okay, so I would like to know that is there any attendees are not sure about your version? You can just raise your hand or you can just put in the Q&A so that we can check for you. Alright, okay, let me switch back to my slide. 2013, 2013 R2, Classics, which are the NAV 2009, NAV4 and NAV5. Alright. This will be on how it looks like. So I'm sharing with you the print screen for 2017. Okay, as in the slide previously, we have the fields for you to insert all these e-invoice information. Okay, for example, the TIN number, the MSIC code for yourself, for your company, sorry, not for yourself, for the company, and also if you have any tourist tax registration number. Okay. Okay, other than that, we have the fields on the customer card as well, which we mentioned in the previous slide. Okay, there will be a TIN field for you, and also on the ship to address, we will need to have the TIN number and the registration number also. Why we need the information for the ship to address? Because one customer might have multiple ship to address. So each ship to address might be having different registration number and different TIN number. This is the reason why we have the fields on these two screens. Alright. And similarly for the vendor, it will be having the TIN number field for you to insert the TIN number from your vendor. Okay, for example, if your vendor is a foreign vendor, you could just insert the general TIN for the other field. Okay. Alright. Okay. On the process-wise, we were talking about the putting in the e-invoice in the queue. Okay, so how it works basically, there will be a button on the posted document listing page that you could click this export e-invoice, then it will be put it into the queue. Okay, and after you have put it into the queue, it will be showing the status of the e-invoice, whether it is being exported and when it was being exported. Okay, similarly for the purchase side as well. Okay, we have the unique ID. Okay, and for user to define whether this is the self-bill e-invoice or not. Okay, only the self-bill e-invoice is equal to true, then it will be only allow you to put into the queue. Okay, so the putting into the queue, it will be similarly to what we have in the posted in the sales document as well. Okay. Other than that, we have some supporting documents to show you on the status for the e-invoice submission. Okay, for this example, it will be showing you all the sales document, which is no matter it is having any e-invoice information or not. So from here, you can tell which is not being exported and put into the queue. Okay, and we will have another one, which is the pending list also. So from here, you can see that the status of each documents as well. Okay, so this is what we offer for the version 2017 and below. Okay, and of course there are some setup you will need to only you will get this result, but we'll put it in the other session. So this is the part that we were just giving you the concept and what you are going to do later on. Alright, okay, so next it will be what we offer for the other versions of NAV and BC. Okay, the following apply for the version of 2018 and above. Okay, the is referring to the BC, the Business Central version, no matter if you are on cloud or you are on the on-prem. Okay, it will be the same. Okay, so what we have in these on all these versions is that we have the scheduler, the job queue to upload the posted document to the portal for you. Okay, and also it will be getting back the information from the portal and update to the posted document as well. Okay, it could be downloading the purchase invoice from the portal as well. And if you found out that there is some mistake done on the posted document, you can make correction on the posted document directly instead of just creating another contra document for that. Okay, so it will be the same as what we have in the other version. We have the reports for you, 3 for sales and 3 for the purchase, to add in the QR code. Then next, it will be having the e-invoice audit log. Okay, so for this e-invoice audit log, you will be able to trace back that, okay, on which date the user has submitted which document number and what's the status at that spot. Okay, it will be an audit trail for your submission, whether it is failed or this is being rejected or it is validated. So everything will be showing on that page also. Okay, this is something good that the other versions don't have. Okay, so basically how it works. Okay, it will be the same. On the company information, we will have the fields for you to insert all these e-invoice related information, especially the TIN and also the MSIC code. Okay, on the customer card, we will have the TIN number field and registration number field also, and it will be the same on the ship to address. Okay, then similarly for the vendor, we will have the fields to record the e-invoice related information. And something is different from the previous version is that we have a page for you to configure the API connection, the bridge. Okay, so that it will be auto passing all those information between BC or between your NEF 2018 and the portal. Okay, so no worries, we have a wizard function to auto fill in for you. All you need is just get your client ID and client secret from your directors to the portal. Okay, then only you will be able to get this step done. Alright, so on the posted document itself, we have all those e-invoice information also. Okay, but we pull the e-invoice message on the page also. Okay, similarly on the purchase document, so it will be the same, only the self-bill e-invoice is equal to yes, it will be submitting to the portal. Okay, and yeah, because this version offers the auto submission and auto refresh for the status from the portal, so I'm not going to show you how you can do this manually. Okay, there is another alternative way to submit your e-invoice, but this will be another topic another day. Okay, next it will be the e-invoice interaction log, which this will be the audit trail we mentioned just now. So basically it will be showing like, okay, what's the status for this document number and when the date is. Then what's the error message from the government portal if it is failed. Okay, something like this. So you can check all these status from this page. Something different from what we have in the other versions is that we offer the dashboard. Okay, the dashboard here is basically on the landing page when you are logging into your NEF 2018 or your BC. So on the dashboard here, it will be showing you the summary of the status for each documents, I should say. Not really each document, the sales activities and also the purchase activities. So it will be splitting into like pending, validated, rejected, cancel, and so on. Okay, so it might be providing a shortcut way for you to overview all those submission. Okay, next we have the sales document listing for the UIN and also for the pending listing. Okay, this report. Okay, so it will be showing as the summary on based on the document types and showing the amounts here. Okay. Okay, so this is what we offers for our package for the NEF 2018 and also for the BC versions. Okay, yes, you will need to click in one by one for the details. It will not be able to show in the listing page. Okay, if using connector, how to perform self-build, is it? Yes, it will be also the normal process. It's just that you will need to tick it is the self-invoice, which we show you just now. You switch back. So this is the view. Yes, Jasmine, we have the reports to show all the transaction. Basically, will be mainly on the sales report lah. Yeah, on the sales document that it will be showing all the information. So the report is in what form? It will mainly on the PDF. Yes. So is there anything else you would like to know on the package that what we offer? If no, then let's move on. And if you have anything come to your mind, you can just put in the chat. My team member will help to answer your doubts also. Okay, let's go back to our slide and move on. Now we mentioned on the package that we offer three documents that is required to add in the QR code also. So we have already the template for you in our package, but if you would like to use your own design in your system currently to add in the QR code, yes, you can do so. But we only offers posted sales invoice, posted sales debit note, posted sales credit memo, and same goes for the purchase side. Okay, purchase we also only offers posted purchase invoice, posted debit note, and also posted credit memo. Okay, there are 6 reports in total. Alright, just in case that you would like to use your own report to check to add in the QR code and you are not sure how you are going to tell us, okay, this is the steps. Okay, for the BC, you will need to go to the document that you would like to add the QR code for you. Okay, I'm taking the posted sales invoice as the example. Okay, so I will just go to the posted sales invoice and print the report as normal practice. So it will be prompting me the page that asking for the filters. Okay, so on the page that is asking for the filters, you can try to tap Control Alternate F1 on the page. Okay, so it will be showing the page inspection on your right. Okay, number in the bracket is the report ID that you will need to give us, and you will need to tell us this report ID that you want to add the QR code for you. Okay, it will be same for the other document types. It will be same for the posted sales credit memo, posted sales debit note, posted purchase invoice, posted purchase debit note, posted purchase credit memo. It will be the same. Okay, so the key, you will need to on the report filter page and tap Control Alternate F1 on your keyboard and share with us the numbers here. Okay, so this will be the steps for checking the report ID in BC. Okay, and if you are using 2017, 2018, 2016, 2013, 2013 R2, you will need to use this step, the following step. Okay, it will be similarly to what we have in BC just now. Just go to the listing page, okay, and click print. Be showing the report option page also. Okay, so on this report option page, please tap Control Alternate F1 on the page. Okay, and it will be prompting another window with the name about this page for you. Okay, so what we need is this number in the bracket also. Okay, the key point here is you will need to tap Control Alternate F1 on this report option page. Then only you will be able to get the correct about this page information. Alright, so next, if you are using the classic version, which is NAV4, NAV5, NAV2009, please use the following steps. Okay, please go to the page that you like to print. I'm taking also the posted sales invoice as the example. Okay, so you just click on print and it will be prompting you another page to ask for the filters. Okay, on this page, okay, there will be a button on top for you to on the tools and designer. So this will be the number that we want. Okay, this is a bit complicated, so I will be showing you in the live system. Okay, let me go to this page. Okay, so I'm still using the posted sales invoice as example. I'm going to the posted sales invoice. Whoops. Okay, and I'm going to print this. So this is the page where it asks for the report filter. Okay, and go to tools, designer, and on top of the window, this 206 is what we want. Okay, this is the report ID for us to add in the QR code. Okay, so it will be similarly to all these other reports, especially for example, the posted sales invoice, posted sales debit note, posted sales credit memo, posted purchase invoice, posted purchase credit memo, posted purchase debit note if you have any. Okay, so this will be the steps for you to check the report ID if you would like to use your own report layout to add in the QR code. And please send us this for us to proceed accordingly. Alright, so let me switch back to my slide. And let's move on. Before we move on, is there anyone would like me to repeat on your part, on your version? Because this is very important for us to have the correct information so that we could make the changes on the report accordingly. Okay, and if you are too shy to raise your hand, no worries, we will share this slide for you later. Okay, so let's move on, yeah? Okay, Mr. Tony, you would like to know for the BC part. Okay, let's switch back to our BC part. Okay, so for the BC part, you will need to go to the listing that you would like to check the document type for. Okay, I'm taking the posted sales invoice as the example. Okay, you are on the list and there will be a button for the print. Okay, when the time you click on the print, it shall be prompting you another window which is required for the report filters, report options. Okay, so on this report option page, please tap Control Alternate F1 all together on the page. So it will be prompting you another panel on your right with the name Page Inspection. Okay, so the number in the bracket for the page inspection is the report ID that we want. Okay, Mr. Tony? Yes. Okay, yeah, are we good to proceed? Okay, great. So let's move on to our slides just now. Okay, yeah. So the checklist, this is the one of the very important topics for today. So what we will need to do. Okay, so what you will need to do first, you will need to review. Is there any reports that involve for the changes? Okay, the changes here is referring to the adding of the QR code. Alright, so you will need to let us know the report ID that you would like to add the QR code if you have any. Okay, if you would like to use our template, it's also okay. Just no need to give us the report ID, you will do. Okay, and also please review your SOP. Okay, because this will be required to assign for the permissions also. So you will need to know who is allowed to 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 submit the e-invoice, who is allowed to post the document, so that the information will be correct when it is submitted to the portal. Your network and infrastructure readiness. Okay, you will require the internet access for you to submit this e-invoice information. Yeah, so please make sure that your network is okay, is stable. Okay, and also please prepare a testing environment or testing database for the user to join the following trainings. Okay, we will be having the trainings for setup and also for the operation. Okay, so please make sure that the environment is ready before our next training. Alright, that one is that please confirm your sales or your revenue values, whether you are on this batch, okay, which batch you are in lah, okay, in simple way. Okay, next you will need to get all this information ready before our following training. Okay, what are the information that is required? You will need to get your customer and suppliers business registration number, okay, and also the TIN number and SST number if they have any, and also the address, the full address in well structured. Okay, well structured in terms of the number of the units, and also the jalan, the taman, the states, the postcode, everything in split columns. Okay, this might take some time for you to housekeep all those information lah. Okay, and also the contact information, for example the phone number, the emails, all this. Okay, and ship to address. If they have any ship to address, you will need to get from them also, and also in the well structured. Okay, not every single information in the field address one. Okay, it will need to split into countries, postcodes, states, all those. Okay, and lastly, you will need to get the ship to registration number, TIN number, and SST number if they have any. Okay, this will be the checklist for part 1. Then second part, you will need to let us know if you have any any reports that you would like to add the QR code on your current layout. Okay, you will need to share with us the report ID and where you want to place the QR code. Maybe you want to place it on the bottom left corner, or some might be placing the QR code on the header part. Okay, so you will need to let us know where you want to place the QR code as well. Okay, next it will be the most important part, I should say, the most time-consuming part is that you will need to get the pre-production access to the portal from your directors. Okay, this is for you to log into the testing portal to check the results that you have submitted for the following trainings. Okay, you can try to ask the access from your directors from now on. Okay, normally this is the part that it takes longer time. All right, so we are done with all those checklists, and this will be our estimated timeline for the deployment. Okay, firstly, we will have the overview session, which is on today, and we have shared with you the ideas of the e-invoice and the requirement of the e-invoice and what we offers for the e-invoice and what you will need to prepare. Okay, next following week, we will be releasing the changes of the e-invoice features to you. So please get ready your testing environment before we releasing the features for you. Okay, don't just put into the live database, yeah, because it will be having validation. Okay, when the setup is not complete and you have already the e-invoice features in your live, there will be causing error message when the other is trying to post the document. Okay, so please get ready your testing environment. Okay, and we will be having the setup training in the month end of April. We split into 2 days because we have two different approaches, so we don't gel everything together, so a separate section. And after the training for the setup, we will give some time for the user to complete the setup and sign off to confirm that the setup is fully is done. Okay, then only we will be having the operation training, which this operation training will be sharing with you on how you can submit the posted document to the portal and how you can get the information back from the portal. Okay, so we split into 2 days as well because we have two approaches. The print screen will be different. Okay, so we don't gel everything together. And next and the last activity will be the user to get familiar with all those operation steps and get familiar with the features. Okay, so we will need to sign off the latest on 20 June. Okay, so the user have almost get familiar with it before July. Okay, this will be our expected timeline for the deployment lah. Okay, tentatively it won't be having any changes. Okay, so I hope this timeline will give you an mental preparation for the trainings and also the hands-on session. Okay, and yeah, we have some FAQ that we gather from the previous batches, so I have also included in the slide, and I'm not going to go through these one by one lah. Okay, but basically it will be having the it will be asking you about the general theme, so we have the explanation for each general theme here, and also the e-invoice application. Is it for our local only or for the foreign? Then we have also, and is there any exemption allowed for the industry that we have also? So we will be sharing this information with you later on, so I will just skip this part. And yeah, so we have also attached the link for you to reference for the guidelines and also for the specific guidelines and also the FAQ. Okay, so if you have any doubts that you would like to know, you can check for these links, okay, for more details.
If you have not signed up your attendance or if they have not filled up your attendance, the attendance is pinned inside the chat. And otherwise, the recording of this session as well as the slides will be sent to you. But give us some time to clean up the recording, do a little bit of editing, and then we will send it out to all the participants. Thank you very much.